Why you should never take back someone who dumped you. Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be discussing why you should never take back someone who dumped you. We're focusing on situations where you were in a relationship for months or years even, gave it your all, and yet the man decided he didn't want to be with you anymore. Maybe he left because he thought he could do better, as harsh as that sounds, or just wanted to explore other options. Whatever his reasons were, he had you. He got to know you. And he decided he didn't want to be with you anymore. Of course, there are some rare exceptions. Perhaps the breakup was due to circumstances like long distance, and now that obstacle no longer exists. Maybe now you both live in the same city, and if so, it might be worth it to give it another shot. But these cases are 1 in a million and not the focus of this video. I'm also not talking about divorces or situations involving children. I've only been married a few years and don't have kids, so I can't speak to those complex scenarios. Basically, the rule is very simple. Don't take them back. When someone dumps you, they're making a clear statement about how they value you. Taking them back reinforces their perception and chips away at your self-worth. It sends a message to them and above all to yourself that they can treat you poorly and still have access to you. This damages your self-worth, self-esteem, and hinders your chances of building a healthy relationship with someone new later down the line. Because if your self-worth is low, you'll attract more toxic partners, like narcissistic men who will see you as easy prey. While quality men won't be drawn to someone who doesn't value herself. I cannot stress this enough, taking back someone who mistreated you is a defining moment. It shapes how you see yourself and how others perceive you. And guess what? If he dumped you once, he'll likely do it again. It's just a matter of time. When he leaves you the second time, he'll take even more of your self-respect with him, setting you up for a cycle of bad relationships. That cycle won't end until you work on yourself, heal, and learn to value who you are. However, if you walk away and refuse to give second chances, you send a different message, that you deserve better. You show the world, and more importantly, yourself, that you love yourself enough to walk away from what doesn't serve you. What are the main reasons why men try to come back? The truth is, it's rarely about you. Most of the time, they get lonely or reminiscing about your relationship. It's likely they struck out on Tinder dates or need their ego boosted after rejection. But more often or not, they're just, well, horny. His reasons have nothing to do with your worth. They're about their internal struggles. So please don't entertain it. It's a slippery slope. Now let's look at the reasons why we might fall into this trap. It's easy to get caught up in nostalgia and make excuses for why it's okay to take them back. You refuse to see the writing on the wall and interpret his attempt to come back as proof of true love. This couldn't be further from the truth. Dating is supposed to be the easiest, most carefree part of a relationship. This first few months should literally be a honeymoon. Let me share something silly with you. Growing up, I watched way too many TV shows and other telenovelas, all of which had very similar storylines. The main characters had to overcome some outrageous obstacles to be together at the end. And I think this shaped how I perceived relationships in my adult life. I had a belief that relationships are like battlefields, that you need to go through hell to be together. While that might make for entertaining television, it's definitely not how real life should look like. Especially in the first few months, the relationship should be smooth sailing. So don't cast yourself as a main character in a telenovela. Choose a drama-free dating life. Another justification is, if he comes back, you're no longer the one who got dumped, right? Maybe you haven't even told anyone about the breakup, and now you won't have to. I'm sorry to break it to you, but patterns don't lie. If he dumped you once, chances are he'll do it again. Even if the breakup happened in the heat of the moment during an argument, do you really believe you'll never fight again? He clearly lacks self-control and emotional regulation, and it's only going to get worse. Then there's the loneliness and fear. Fear that you'll never find love again. But that's just a limiting belief you need to challenge because it doesn't serve you and it's not true. Love is abundant. There's a funny saying I like to repeat: men are like buses, if you miss one, another one is on the way. Don't let fear cloud your judgment or keep you stuck in a relationship that doesn't serve you. Idolizing the relationship. We tend to remember only the good times, conveniently forgetting the rest. This can also cloud our judgment. Do the opposite. Recount all the times he mistreated you. Maybe he humiliated you, criticized your appearance, disrespected your friends or family, or gaslit you when you caught him flirting with someone else. What about that party where he spent the entire evening hanging out with his friends and completely ignored you? Remember that? Is that really what you want back in your life? Believing he's changed. Do you actually think that? What proof do you have? And him love-bombing you now doesn't count. Real change takes time, effort, dedication, and often professional help. If he hasn't done the work, he's likely the same person who hurt you before. So don't fall for his empty promises. Sunk cost fallacy. You've already invested so much into this relationship, your time, energy, emotions. Maybe he's met your family, or you've built a great bond with his mom or friends. It feels like all of that goes to waste when the relationship ends. Starting over with someone new might feel overwhelming, but here's the truth: holding on to a loss is a mistake. Think of it like bad stocks in finance. You've already lost some value, and holding on will only cost you more. The best decision is to cut your losses and move on. Unlike money, time is a non-renewable resource. You can always regain money, but you'll never get back your time. Physical needs. You might convince yourself that rekindling the relationship is just about satisfying physical needs. Maybe you tell yourself it'll be a no-strings-attached arrangement and that you won't develop feelings for him again. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's a lie. If you loved this man once, you won't be able to compartmentalize your emotions. Women are wired differently from men in that regard. Before you know it, you'll be back where you started. Now let's discuss what you should do after a breakup in order to avoid getting back together. 1. Cutting ties. As soon as the breakup happens, block him on all social media platforms and delete his number from your phone. This step is simple in theory, but emotionally challenging. You might try to justify keeping the door open with excuses like, "How will he know I'm doing amazing without him?" Let me stop you right there. You don't need to concern yourself with his thoughts or opinions anymore. He's out of your life for good, accept that and move forward. 2. Maintain physical distance. Avoid social circles and places where you're likely to run into him. Staying connected to mutual friends can hinder your healing process and make it more difficult to move forward. 3. Adopt a zero-tolerance policy. If you're struggling with the first 2 steps, think of him as vodka and yourself as a recovering alcoholic. There's no situation where it's okay for a recovering alcoholic to have even a sip of alcohol. Even seemingly harmless things like mouthwash or cold syrups with small amounts of alcohol can derail recovery. Treat this man the same way, maintain a zero-contact rule. Avoid him entirely, no exceptions. 4. Build a strong support system. Lean on friends and family for support. Make plans with them, especially on days when you might feel lonely, like weekends you used to spend together. Having something to look forward to can help fill the void and keep you from slipping back into old habits. 5. Consider therapy. If your friends and family aren't enough to provide the emotional support you need, seek professional help. A therapist can help you process your emotions and develop strategies to stay strong. 6. Stay busy and focused. Keep your mind occupied with hobbies, work, or fitness. Consider taking up volunteering at a local shelter or community organization. Not only will these activities fill your free time, but they'll also contribute to building your self-esteem and sense of purpose. Here's an easy mental exercise that might help. If you're struggling to cut him off, try this. Think of someone you love, maybe your best friend or younger sister. Imagine she's in your shoes. She's gone through that breakup, and now the guy who broke her heart is trying to win her back. Ask yourself honestly, would you advise her to take him back? Would you want that person in her life? Chances are, your answer is a resounding no. So, why not treat yourself with the same love and respect that you'd show your friend or sister? The right person won't need a second chance. They'll get it right the first time. You are worthy of a love that lifts you up, not one that drags you down. The right person will see your value from day one and never make you question it. Something my husband said to me on our second date was, "You don't even know how special you are." He saw me. He valued me from the very beginning. So, my advice to you is simple. Don't waste your time on someone who didn't see your worth the first time around. In my next video, I'll be sharing personal stories about my own experiences with the cycle of toxic relationships, stories that all started with one mistake, taking back someone who broke my heart. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content.